Right, buddy, in this video we'll be talking about should Manchester United sign Andre Onana. We'll be talking about what would the process look like of selling him and bringing a replacement in. Just kind of talking and having a conversation about Andre Onana. Now, there hasn't really been many talks about him leaving. There's expectation that he will be starting the first game of the season against Arsenal. There's expectation as well that he is going to be the #1 goalkeeper going into the season. Now again, Manchester United have been linked with quite a few goalkeepers. We've been linked with Emi Martinez from Aston Villa. We've been linked to Lemon from Royal Antwerp, as well as Donnarumma from PSG. They have been like the main three concrete links. Now, on Manchester United side and on that sort of side from the UK sort of press, they're saying that Andre Onana is expected to stay at Manchester United. He wants to fight for his place. And again, he wants to continue persevering and staying at the club. Now, personally for me, I would sell Andre Onana. I don't know if it's going to happen this summer. I don't know the likelihood of him fitting into the team, not fitting into the team, but the likelihood of him staying is pretty high. And I think in an ideal window, come where we are now, you would want to sell Onana. I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, when he first came into Manchester United, it was a big money move. What was it, £47 million we spent on him. It was a big money move. Obviously, he played the Champions League final before with Inter. He's been at Ajax. Obviously, he knew Ten Hag very, very well. And then he just had a bit of a poor start. He made a lot of mistakes. He cost us Champions League football. And again, listen, last season, again, he had some good moments. I remember that there's a couple of penalty saves that he made, particularly that one against Southampton. He made some good saves in the games as well. But again, on the whole, if you assess Onana's tenure at Manchester United, it has been nowhere near good enough. It has been poor and it has been lackluster. I think you look at someone like Onana, there was a lot of expectation coming in. We thought he'd be that transformative keeper that would change Manchester United. Ultimately, he hasn't done that. You look at what you want from Onana, playing out from the back, doesn't do that enough. Long distance kicking, not accurate at all. Shot stopping, as you want your goalkeeper to do, not good enough as well. So there aren't many positives with Onana at the moment, if we're being honest. I know it's hard bad to say, but we're assessing this game. Obviously, we haven't seen him in pre-season so far. He has got an injury. But again, listen, Amorim, I think, is obviously wants to keep. And there are keepers out there. As I said, you've got Lemon. We've been linked to John Victor. We've been linked to Donnarumma, Emi Martinez. And then you have other keepers that we haven't really been linked to. Diego Costa, Zion Suzuki. So there are definitely options out there. As I said, for me, reasons why I would sell Onana. I think he's a huge liability. I think he doesn't fill us with the most confidence, to be honest. Like, he's always got a mistake in him. Again, he can't really play out from the back. He's pretty sloppy at doing that. He's got a lot of mistakes in him, which again, something that you don't want as a goalkeeper. And I think we would be a better team without him in there. But as I said, we're going to back Onana if he stays at Manchester United. This is just me giving my honest opinion. Personally, I would sell him. I don't know how much money you'd get for him. There hasn't been many clubs interested in him. I've heard Monaco. That's really about it. Nothing else. And they don't even have concrete talks. In terms of if you're going to get any value for Onana, maybe 20 to 30 million, which again is a loss. And listen, I do feel sorry because he has had some tough moments, but there's some inexcusable moments. Look at Lyon last season. Look at that 3-1 game against Brighton. Look at in this first season, was it Galatasaray? And I can't remember, was it Copenhagen? There were some big games in the Champions League where he just cost us. And yeah, listen, I wish him the best when he does leave. But I think it is time to Manchester United to find a replacement for Andre Onana. Who that is, we'll have to wait and see. He doesn't fill us with the most confidence. He's a pretty sloppy goalkeeper. And yeah, I think we can definitely do better. Who would my ideal replacement be, to kind of sum up the video? Again, you want Donnarumma. I think he would be the perfect keeper. But if we're being honest and realistic, it'd probably be someone like Lemons from Royal Antwerp. He's 23. He's heavily linked to Manchester United. He's interested in joining United. And again, he has that talent and quality. He's a good shot stopper. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But that's my thoughts on the goalkeeper situation. In terms of the other keepers at United, we know Tom Heaton's got an extra year. He'll be staying at United for another season. Again, just as a third choice. I think he's looked alright so far, any minutes that he's played. But he's someone to have. In terms of Bayinda, nothing really concrete on his exit. Again, I would love for him to leave and you bring in a more decent second choice keeper, because I don't think in that, maybe a better keeper would be perfect. But yeah, let's see what happens. That's been an update. To summarise, I think Manchester United should sell Onana. Don't think it's going to be this summer though, but it's certainly a conversation to have in the future. Let me know if you agree, disagree. I know there's a lot of Onana fans out there. But yeah, if he stays, we'll back him, and hopefully he can have a big season for us. Because listen, as much as I'm giving my opinion, I want him to be sold. If he stays, it benefits United, because well, it doesn't benefit, but if he stays and have a good season, it's a win-win. So yeah, let's see what happens. But thank you for watching.